Hello and welcome back to another episode of Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy, and on this channel we cover BRC20 ordinals and bitmaps. We got a market update for you today, a weekend update, as we like to call it here, because we get you with a weekly and a weekend. Today will be your weekend update. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Bitcoin, right, so you can see right behind me, is not having a good weekend, sitting at 28.9990. And it's up and down. It's a summertime. It's August. People are out going on vacations. Enjoy your vacation. Definitely listen to us. And just remember, guys, we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all podcasts really. So check that out if you can only listen. But if you're watching that, we appreciate that as well. So on it's today's update. We're gonna look into Unisat. We're gonna look into Magiceden, and we got some new charts we want to look at. It looks like ordinals kind of flatlined from July 13th to things, so we'll show you guys all that. But without further ado, let me bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi.
Let's go. Let's get the weekend update going. Got to bring
Yes,
some
sir,
energy into
the. So, how was your week? Did you do any trading? Did you do any buying? Anything cool happen?
Actually, no. Obviously we've been, busier like for us in our show and just, working with different new founders and trying to get the information to the audience. So we've been kind of focused on that. But like I've been watching the market, the BRC20 market, and it's been, it's been slow. I feel like right now is a time to really kind of maybe reassess strategy and just really, kind of see like what are your really conviction plays, right? Not financial advice for me specifically. And that's what I've been thinking about, right? I've been just like, okay, I actually sent a little bit of this specific token or that specific token that I have high conviction in to another wallet, my don't touch wallet. And so that's what I've been focused on.
Yeah, same here. I really didn't do any trading at all. I think I bought a little bit of what did I buy? No, that was even last week, dude. The weeks are just thing. So I've been just blanking out. I did sell some OXBT a little bit, just try to put that in something else. I was sitting on a pretty big bag of that, so I'm kind of like, not the best time to be doing it, but there are some projects that are down as much as that is, so it's not really that big of a deal. So I'm going into projects that are also down. So I'm not going into something that's high. I'm not going to fall for green candle disease, because that's just I've done that too many times to make that mistake again. So yeah, so let's hop into it. To hop into some Unisat.
Let's do it. Let me pull up my screen here. There it is. Okay. So, one thing that I noticed while, just diving into the weekly research, or weekend research, was that, some of these newer names that popped in here, and some of them aren't new, like Nulls, that's been around forever, but like I can't find like a Twitter account for it. And, I might have missed that. Or Deed, I'm not seeing any Twitter account information. And, it makes me think, and I've seen Deed too. It makes me think that like we are like, we always say we're early, but like we're early to the point that people are still like have conviction in some of these plays that don't even have like a super strong presence like of information and stuff, right? So that makes me more bullish on my actual like really strong conviction plays, right? Because they have a website or they have a Twitter account and a community or whatever, right? So that was the first thing I wanted to kind of point out, is that like we're kind of still in this discovery phase of, okay, we've heard Nulls is the infrastructure thing, but there's no Twitter account. And so off of just hearing, people are having conviction of that. For me, that it takes more than that. It takes, having like at least a Twitter account or a website or some community there. So I wanted to kind of get that out of the way of kind of just my perception on viewing kind of the current state of the BRC20 market. But with that said, let's jump in.
Before you hop in, what you said is your high conviction plays. What would they be? Like, give me 3 of them.
Yeah.
What would you say your high conviction plays are?
So, not in any specific order, but for me, and I know this might not be like one of the most popular conviction plays, but like Sats to me is starting to become more and more of a high conviction play. And it's because they have a presence, they have their Twitter account. I'm not sure if they have like a website, but they have a Twitter account, and the branding that does it for me, and they're constantly in this top 3, right, in terms of volume. I do see a little bit of an issue with minting because minting out, I mean,
Yeah.
because you can probably get a better rate on the secondary market right now because
Yeah.
people might have a lot of sats and they want to move it, or it might go up and then they sell it, and then like that, once that green candle turns red, it could get cheap. So that concerns me a little bit, just because of, you know, even without the secondary market, with the supply and the max amount of available to mint on each instance, like it's already kind of a task to do that. But I do believe
Yeah.
it will eventually get minted out, right? So that is definitely. Go ahead.
It kind of like reminds me of like a peg. Like Sats is pegged to its mint price. Like it's above peg or below peg. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I feel like
It's kind of working that way right now, right?
yeah,
But I think the excitement comes after it mints out, right?
for sure.
That's really where the excitement's going to come,
Yep.
because we no longer have that option of, okay, well, I can still buy it or mint it for this price.
Yeah.
You won't be able to do that anymore. Let's take a look and see where that progress is. It's probably like 43%, I would imagine. 41%. Okay, so we've been sitting on 41%. You know, it's been like 41% for the past, I want to
Yeah.
say, like 3-4 days, right? So like there's moments where there's spurts with this thing, right?
For sure.
So and I think once it gets to like 80%, which we got to 41 throughout this time, I think it was like the second one minted, is what someone said. Let's look at the
Really?
date. Yeah, 3/8.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
March 8th.
when will this mint out? I don't know. You know, we don't know. Maybe a whale comes in and does it, just finishes off
Yeah.
the job, like multiple whales, right? They're like, but I
How
will
cool would
say
it be if it was the halving day? It was like
that,
May of next year.
yeah, that would be pretty awesome. I mean, if there's a bull run that happens and Bitcoin DeFi starts to, like, this will get minted out just because
Yeah,
of that, in
sure.
my opinion. But yeah, so they're a top 3 for me in terms of like long term. And then, like I said, that's probably not a popular opinion, but it is just how I see it in my perception, right?
Yeah.
And then you know, I would have to put track in there because of all the positioning they've done with like
For sure.
decentralized infrastructure for Bitcoin DeFi.
Yep.
You know, could that change? Yeah, it definitely could, depending on like if something were to happen to Benny, or, you know, I don't know how big his team is now, but
Yeah.
if something were to happen, or like he just switches focus or something. But so far, they're in my top 3. And I would Ordi for me would be
Ordy.
Ordi, just because like they were first, they're always going to
Yeah.
control the market. And you know, I'm super bullish on Council just because like I know how much they're working and like the products
Yeah.
that they have, so they would be like a alternate like number 4 or 5. They'd be in the top 5, and VMPX would
Okay.
definitely be there.
Very solid top 5. Yeah.
Yeah, VMPX for sure, because they have that bridge. They've been working. Yeah, so that's my top 5. Let's talk top 3 though here, for the past 24 hours. So Sats is number 1 for volume, but down 9% in terms of growth. You know, they're always in the top 3 for volume, so that's not a surprise to see. But they're number 1. BTCS. So this is the kind of stuff that just like irks me a bit. Like I couldn't find anything on
I know.
BTCS, right? So like the BRC20 space is just trying to meme it kind of right now, just to flip. And
Yeah.
you know, I'm noticing a lot of these tokens are started by the Chinese communities. There's no Twitter, there's no nothing, but then like they'll go from like, you know, 3 sats to like all the way to possibly 15 or 20, and then they
Yeah.
always range back down, you know. So
For sure.
but for volume, they're number 2. Grum, this is a solid. This is a
Grumpy
good.
cat.
Yeah, this is a good sign for Grumpy Cat in the community. Number 3, because you know, they are a meme token. They have been around for like what I'd say 3 weeks. They have a website.
Yeah.
They have a Twitter. They have a community. And for them to be in the top 3 for volume is, in my opinion, that's a strong showing.
for sure.
OXBT number 4. I'm gonna go through the top 10 and then I'll touch on spot check on the other ones. But OXBT number 4. So OXBT kind of sitting at the 66 sat range,
Yeah.
1.54. So barely an increase here. They're probably at like 2 cents. But we have to remember they have a 170 million total supply right now too. So it's not bad. Like honestly, if OXBT can continually like stay within this range and not find another floor unless the entire market finds another floor. But if the entire market stays around here and OXBT can do that, then I still have faith in OXBT.
Especially now that it's not, there's redacted no longer holds
the treasury
about 10%, the treasury, the 30 million. So that's pretty big. Obviously the treasury probably wouldn't sell it anyway unless they needed funds. So I'm kind of glad they did burn it, but that was something for that we discussed last week.
Yeah, I think that was more of a commitment to show commitment to the community that, hey, we're doing this because we want you to know that we will never sell this, right? So
I kind of wish they would focus more on burning. Obviously, I like burning, but like I think they can push that. They can push it. Now if they call it a community coin, decentralized. Let's burn the whole fucking thing. Let's burn it down. So, but like put out stuff like that's I think BitGod's kind of like missing right now, and that's basically just like put out something every week. It could be freaking tiny, small. Just keep it going. Keep something every week. Let's just burn a little bit every week. Like let's burn. Put out something. You know what I mean? He obviously did. He made some money in the ordinals early and stuff. Use a little bit of that and just give away something for a burn auction. But what that will do, that will create value for the OXBT holders, create value in everything that he does. Every single week should be something, and that's just my opinion. Do it you will, but I think he needs to do something every single week, and that'll boost morale around the space, and he's the guy to be doing that.
Are you in his Discord or in their Discord?
No, I'm not invited.
Oh, so it's one of those exclusive ones?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. So it's kind of like the Ninja Alerts thing.
Exactly. I'm not one of the cool kids.
Okay. Yeah. So like, I think, that's a good perspective, obviously burning would help, but being more active. I did hear that he was like, they were communicating more to their Discord and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens there. Ordi number 5.
Discord though. So.
Yeah. Closed Discord. Ordi number 5. Used to seeing Ordi in the top 3, but like they're at number 5 here, so the volume hasn't really changed. $6, I bet you. Okay, so it did dip a little bit. It was at like 611 last time, so not much of a dip. Oshi, so Oshi was the big winner last week, right? So they're down 5.70%. They're down to 1377. Like if I probably had that liquidity available outside of my current tokens and NFTs and stuff, I would take a swing trade here. But I'm gonna wait a little bit more.
I personally wouldn't touch it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't touch Oshi with your money, but that's just
They're down 5.7%. Still sitting at that 1377 though. I'll say that. Like, one thing about them is they do hold their price pretty well.
Yeah.
But like just like any other token, once they go and have like pretty like astronomical gains, they're gonna pull back substantially. So that's what we're starting to see here. Track is dead even the past 24 hours, sitting at 30 cents. So they've been hovering around this amount here. Haven't heard much about Track recently, other than the news about 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago about having the indexing for BRC20 API available for developers.
Well, Benny did tell me about 2 weeks ago that he will have some stuff in 2 weeks, and that's from a dev. So 2 weeks usually equals 3-4 weeks.
I mean, let's be real. Right now, a lot of builders. There's some new builders coming in space.
Yeah.
But they're all kind of quiet, head down, hopefully building, right? The loudest ones right now are bitmap developers, really just showcasing what they're doing. So
bitmap's being built out in the open. Everything else is being built out in closed areas where they don't want people to copy them stuff. But it seems like the bitmap guys, they want everyone to copy them. They want
they want open source to get going. Yep,
exactly.
Yeah, and then you have ETH, which is interesting. New BRC20 based on ETH subscriptions is what we're hearing. Again, no official Twitter and obviously, like if you guys, I'm talking to the audience, if there's a Twitter account on some of these that I said there's no Twitter, please post it in the comments because I've researched them and I can't find anything. But ETH seems to be based off of ETH subscriptions, and I think ETH subscriptions went through like completely on the ETH side. I think they went through like an issue with like someone like what was it called, like a attack to where some liquidity got sucked out of wallets or something, but they're rebounding from what I'm hearing. So that whole concept is being copy pasted, right? So, and it's not just these subscriptions, it's with LTC or Litecoin, Doge, and some other UTXO based chains. HSAC, still can't find their Twitter, but I did read from a long time ago post that they are supposedly infrastructure play. And
oh wow,
yeah, so down 1.67%. Dumb seems to be a meme token that was started in the ERC20 land, duplicated again over here. And then Council, I'll just talk on them because they're up 1.87%, and then they're number 11. And then
what's the dollar cost on that?
What, Council?
For the
I bet you they're at like 280. Yeah, 275.
75.
So, it's a swing, right? Like we've been through these swings, especially in the BRC20 space. Like, the council will swing from like low 200s to like 400 and then back. And it's due to like the energy in the BRC20 space or so.
It seems like all we have here is traders right now. The investors aren't here yet. Or the people that just have like kind of like you do, you trade some, but then you have a wallet that just holds. So I think we need more of those people coming in. I mean, we have a long way to go.
Yep, I agree. Here's TIT. TIT is based off of a meme coin. Someone deployed this, but Blockamoto confirmed that this was not him or his.
Yeah.
Blockamoto came out with some new social handle or posting mechanism called TIT, and it's basically like Bitter, and but it's supposedly more simplified, and you can see the message directly in your wallet. But then someone launched this, tried to take advantage and launched this TIT token, which it's not doing anything. It's down 28%. Recursive is down 3%. They're a big one. They're at 240 sats, probably sitting at 7 cents. Okay, yeah, it's I'm pretty bullish on them because they make pretty frequent updates. Like saying, hey, we're offering this now and we're doing this. So they're kind of following that track blueprint a little bit. Obviously, not doing as much, but they are newer from what I'm.
So you said they're kind of like Track. They're an indexer.
No. I'm Track in terms of letting everybody know, like, hey, we're doing.
Gotcha.
This. They're not marketing. They're just like communicating. That's a huge part, right?
Gotcha.
Of being successful. So, yeah, and then you have FHAL, which I'm sure is another just there's no.
Hey, Finny, I want that.
That's a card.
I would buy that.
That's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. Finny Hal, is that what FHAL means?
Yeah.
So
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not seeing anything on there like an actual Twitter account, but like I said, some of these are like just either they're going off of like what someone did early when they inscribed them, or and now they're like catching up or being a little bit more popular, but they don't have official information.
Yeah.
But this was so this was minted or deployed in May. But 21 million. So yeah, they made the list today. But that is it, man. Like, I'm not seeing a ton of action. It's majority red, right? Like you have Deed. Yeah. There's nothing with Deed. And the thing is that like these might eventually someone might create like a Twitter account for it and try to get it going. You never know. Like it's like a lot of tokens that were first deployed in ETH's infrastructure, like didn't make they did well for like maybe a year, 6 months, a year, and then they died, or they didn't do well in the beginning and then they became something big. You know, so
sure.
that's kind of where we are, I feel like, in with BRC20s.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yep. So that's the market update right there.
I'll take it from there. We'll hop over to Magiceden. So, basically the same thing I did before we jump into Magiceden. I did want to go over something. It's looking like we're
Ugh.
flatlined here. This is we had some heart beating fast, and then we kind of just like around, I want to say July 13th is when we really started seeing the downtrend, and ever since then we just been hanging out, which to me basically means that we are in a buy zone. We are in a heavy buy zone. I think this right now is going to be the time where you look back and you say, fuck, I should have bought. So, but that's just my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm wrong a lot. But whenever I see this on any chart, really, and you see it a lot on some ERC20s and some BRC20s as well, it's flat, and then you see spikes. Kind of like what you saw over here. Flat, and then you see a spike, and then down, a spike, down, and then eventually you get some really, really big heartbeats right there. But like I said, it's tough to see, especially because we love this space so much. But it's August, man. Like we said before, it's people are getting ready for college. People are getting ready for the winter. So I think in September, I think we're gonna see some big heartbeats again. But my opinion.
Yeah,
So we'll hop back to Magiceden. And then so we got Ordinal Maxibiz up about 0.03 for the week. So they were under 0.2 last week. So definitely getting some action there. BTC DGod sitting at 0.96. They've been around there for a while. They really haven't moved since last week. Frogs 0.0021. They were hanging around 0.0025 for a long time.
Is that the live price?
About the frogs.
Do a refresh on that.
All right. It might not have been good call on that, by the way, because. Oh wow! Okay,
yeah.
We're gonna start this over. We got Ordinal Maxibiz sitting at 0.239. Bitcoin Gods no change, 0.96. Frogs are actually under 0.002. If you were a collector or wanted to take a long-term swing on this might be a freaking amazing spot.
Yeah.
Wow.
In my opinion, yeah, not financial advice, but yeah.
What do you think, man? This is real low for the Frogs. You think this is just a minor? Yeah, but one buy takes you back to 2.
Yeah,
3 buys take you back to where we just were. So
I mean, I'm still really bullish on Frogs. I feel like they're that first big 10K popular community type NFT. For sure. And they're always going to have their place, in my opinion. So yeah, for me, I feel like this is a steal.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Could be wrong, like we always say. You never know.
Never know. And we got the bitmaps sitting at 0.0002. Owners 21.9. I can see this hitting 22K tomorrow. It's still every other day.
100.
I'm pretty sure.
100 increase every other day.
I think so. 50 a day. So I mean, back when but the parcel news came out, we were about 100 every day. So yeah, to answer your question, I think we did slow down a little bit. But again, the whole market has. So, but I do like, so Batoshi put out something this week. It was like send one bitmap to a friend. I really like that idea. And I'm actually probably going to send one to our friend Lazy Ninja, because he told me today he has no bitmaps. So I'm like, I'm going to freaking change that for him. So I'm going to send him one of the bitmaps. I'm going to do my part. Send one friend a bitmap who doesn't hold one.
Yeah. What'd you think about that? Just real quick on your opinion of my kind of explanation of how bitmaps is different than what the metaverse offered before.
I mean, open source, closed source, right?
Yeah, like so it's more of like the users can really pick what they want now versus.
Yep. And there's so many. Anyone can create this. It's not. You're not sitting there waiting for Yuga Labs to do something. You can make this up yourself. Like it's
or
not
hire
like
somebody,
anything like
right?
that. Or hire someone, or use the tools that Inscribed is giving us. Or use the tools that the Block Runner guys are giving us. This, like, everyone's doing this for free, open source, and we all win. We all win from this. And I mean, obviously, Chris is doing a closed source version of this, which is pretty cool too. So you can kind of like pick and choose what you like, but I'm just a huge fan of this bitmap stuff. So
yep,
my opinion.
Yep, I agree.
So yeah, sitting at 0.002, sitting with 21.9, 20,000 listed. Total supply is 801.8, and I think we're about 111 or 141 every single day. So yeah, so we'll do that, and then I like to jump right quick into this. I think this is really cool. If you wanted a 1 dot bitmap number, you cannot get one. You cannot get one under 10. There's not one up here. But if you wanted a two digit, you can get one for 0.19, but that's the only one. This one gets sold, it's going right to 0.36. That one gets sold, it's going right to a half a Bitcoin. So that is tight, really tight. So this 0.19 might be a steal to the comparison, but just my opinion. And then we have 3 digits. If you wanted a 3 digit sitting at 0.003, there's only 3 of them right there. The numbers are 880, 701, and 807. And then after those 3 get bought, the next buying opportunity would be 0.034. So if you wanted a 3 digit, this might be an opportunity for you. If you wanted a 4 digit, you're going to be paying 0.0004. This is up for the day. Earlier when I checked it, it was at 0.0032. I think this is right around 100 bucks right now. So that could be a steal for you if you like that. And then we have the 100K, which is normally sitting around almost double a floor of a floor price. So that's the 5 digits right there. So then we'll jump back over to the thing. Okay. And then we got Bitcoin Bandit sitting at 0.1. The more and more I see these, more and more I want one for my collection. I have not.
They look so funny
yet,
though.
It's getting. They do. I like though. They kind of look like the Nakamigos, don't they?
Yeah,
Bit?
The full body or whatever, or
The
like
ethos?
they kind of look like them. Yeah, they're like weird
They're
little
cool.
beans or something, or little like ants. I don't know.
And you got the Bitcoin Punk sitting at 0.0026. You can find a good inscription. This might be a steal for you, but it's looking like the inscription numbers that are on the floor are in the. I mean, 20,000. Pretty damn good. I mean, this is a little bit more than a frog, but the inscription numbers are really low. Who knows? But I don't like punks or
copy
apes.
pastas. Yeah,
I don't like that shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm bullish on frogs too, because it's unique to Bitcoin, right?
Yep, Pepe.
So,
That's where it came from. So.
Yeah.
And then we have this. I don't know if this is worth looking at. One buy would take this to top because the what is the floor is 21. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I guess inscription number is insanely low.
What is it?
So, the Ord was it Ordroth TKO? Teko? I don't know.
Ord
something like that.
Yeah, Ord Rothko. Yeah.
They
sold one only, but for 1.1 Bitcoin.
And that puts it up here in the top for the 7-day. And we got BitApes by Bored Ape Yacht Club members. Again, I don't like the monkeys or the punks, in my opinion. And then, okay, so we just today, and to look out for this video tomorrow, we had our man Sonic, previously of Unisat, now of Orc Cash. We had a really good talk with him today, and you guys are going to see. So this one says OSH, OSH, or Cash. So this is just one of the first tokens from them. And basically, you send this NFT to a burning, he called it a black hole wallet, and that black hole wallet will send you back basically 1,000 OSH tokens. I'm correct with that, right?
Yeah.
Well, credits. He's calling them credits.
Which you then have you break up into denominations and then inscribe or mint that process. So, but you can break it up at that point,
which is awesome. Which gives so much. And when he was talking about that today, I really started to like this ORC20 protocol. And he was talking in the video. If you go watch it, it'll be out tomorrow. In the video, he talks about USDT potentially you could use this OSH. Well, not OSH token, but maybe the Orc Cash protocol to create different types of, of stable coins. Because there's no other really way. So,
yeah, no, yeah, it was very interesting. How basically what this allows you to do is bypass the transfer inscription to sell individual like allotted amounts of tokens. You still have the bundle initially. It's like they do bundles of 1,000. You send the NFT ordinal of 1,000 OSH tokens to the burnt wallet. The burnt wallet then gives you the 1,000 credits available, but then at that point you have to break them up. So like once you break them up into the denominations, no more transferring. You can just list anytime you want. So it eliminates that, but there's still that process of sending to the burnt and then, you know, being able to break them all up, right? So that's where I feel like there's still a process there. But if they can get better at that, and then they can use this as like, you know, because the benefits were what? Airdropping. You'll be able to airdrop to your founders. Will be able to airdrop way more easier, and then cheaper. Yeah. So there's definitely benefits to it. So, you know, he was saying that also the indexer recognizes the indexers for Orc Cash recognizes BRC20s, right? And so he's trying to make it intercompatible, which would be good.
Yeah, he's a very smart guy. Check out that video; it'll be out tomorrow, and we'll keep this going. I am very bullish on that protocol, especially after watching that video. But or doing the video, not watching. But hey, I'm not gonna buy any until that video's out. I'm not a scumbag, just so you guys know. But I want to buy more, so put the video out and maybe wait a day or two. But Ordinal Bird sitting at 0.12, and then we had the champions of Orderly. I want to dig into this a little bit. It seems pretty cool.
I think it's like a people behind Ordinal Wallet was Ordinal's wallet. Maybe. I need to further research, but I feel like they were. But like it caught on.
So cheap.
Yeah, it caught on. It definitely caught on in the beginning. Like it was doing very well, and then I don't know. It seems to slow down recently a little bit. Maybe I don't know.
I think something like this could really take off in this space because, like, I'd play a card game. You know, I used to play like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards back when I was a kid. So this would be really cool. I would love to get in something like that if I have the time.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like right now is like trying to figure out how to integrate the logic of like these applications and stuff into like the tokens, right? And the NFTs. Like, how can they have logic integrated into these token scripts, or come up with new scripts, or same thing with the NFT side, right? It's like, because as of right now, you can create an application that's completely separate from it, that's like inscribable with like, you know, JavaScript or like JSON code or whatever you use. But how is that going to interact with the token? Can you token gate it? What can you do, right? Like, so we're at that stage, in my opinion. They're going to figure it out because there's too many people that want this to go forward.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, I think that is your market update from Magiceden. There was one thing I wanted to get into a little bit, and something that you brought to my attention. There's a really cool site, and I'll have it in the show notes, called cryptoslam.io. So CryptoSlam is, you know, your basic, you know, it tracks all the sales and everything. But Bitcoin right now is sitting at number 7. So just keep in mind that this is BRC20s and ordinals. So being number 7 is amazing to me. You know, we're just brand new, really took off in I want to say February, March. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, but number 7 during the slowest time of ordinals, though. You got to remember that. If you pull up the 30-day, then it just changes dramatically.
Yeah.
You can do it, I think, on that, right? Yeah, there
down
you go.
Here as well.
So Bitcoin's number 2 if you do the 30 days.
Yeah. So and that's pretty amazing because we're above Solana and Polygon, BNB chain, Immutable X, and definitely Cardano.
Yeah.
Cardano sucks, but yeah.
So we got to remember it's just a slower period this past week, and it doesn't worry me because I see the people that are building and new people are. I mean, we're staying busy, like, you know, you and I, like talking to new builders and stuff. So
for sure, we got but look at this, all time Bitcoin 7 all time. Like, that's
compare the wash. Is it way lower than everybody?
68 million to 114 million being Cardano. So 31 billion being Ethereum. So
yeah, that Ethereum's gonna look really bad with wash trading.
Yeah, for sure. It's about half the total USD. So take that for what it's worth. And that, my friends, is your market update.
Yes.
So
I just want to put I wanted to put a message out just to the community to not get discouraged. It is slow. Yes. People are, chattering less, which could be a good thing. If you haven't heard from like a project developer, don't freak out. They're probably building, I actually was jumping into DMs with Orpo's developer, and I can't go into detail, but like, they're definitely doing something that seems to be big. And then, we're constantly talking to these project developers, and there's a lot of building going on, right? So that's all I want to say. That has nothing to do with like you making any decisions about any financial stuff, because that's not what that's about. This is more of a morale type of pickup that I'm just trying to say, hey, Shizzy and I do get like an inside view a lot of times, because we have relationships with these builders and stuff. So if you have that strong conviction, for me, I'm sticking with my gut. My gut brought me to ordinals. My gut is keeping me in ordinals. And so that's all I wanted to say. And make sure you sub, tell your grandma, your mom, your brother about us, and hit that like.
Yeah, and I just want to put you guys to like we just try to be honest out there. So like it's a very boring time, just like Yagobi said. So it's just keep your head up, go touch some grass, go enjoy your family. The ordinals will be here when you get back, and just don't feel down, and don't sell right now. Not financial advice. Do what you need to do, but no, but seriously, selling right now, you're gonna hate yourself in a year. But that's just me.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. And leave us a comment if there's something that we're not covering. Put in the comments.
Give us some feedback.
We will gladly go over it. So thank you, everyone.
Have a good weekend.
Peace.